Photo turns face down, a cup of untouched tea, now cold. She sits there, Mauluda, the woman who once believed that love could fix anything, but in Kechir 123, love has teeth. The narrator's voice cuts through the quiet, and tonight we finally see what peace costs. Mauluda has tell the story. They are not angry anymore. They have they are hollow like someone who had carried out every color of pain, and that the genius of this episode's direction. It doesn't begin with action, it begins with empathiness. The camera titles toward a folded piece of paper on the table, the paper that changed everything. Mauluda doesn't want to read it, but she already knows every word written inside because the handwriting is his Aziz, the man she argued to many times, and the man she swore she never would again. The voice who will whisper hits about living with the memory until it no longer burns. As she opened the letter, the music swells, soft violins, the kind that achieves in the background. The world tremble in her end. Each line is a confession, each sentence a nip. He writes about regret, about a mistake that destroyed three lives, about a truth buried under loyalty, and right there we understand Kechir 123 isn't about revenge anymore, it's about acceptance. The camera zooms in and on one sentence, the tear that drops onto that line blurs the iconic, and the narrator simply says, a screen shifts tone, sepia, blurred edges, flashback. We see Aziz in a whole corridor. The day he left, we see Mauluda screaming behind a closed door, her hand on her chest as if trying to hold herself together. But the beauty of Kechir is never in the shooting, it's in the quiet aftermath, but what they choose not to say. The narrator keeps returning to that dim silence. Every flashback overlaps with present shots showing how to past refuses to die. It's a cinematic poetry. The editing rhythm matches the heartbeat, slow, uneven, then ex- accelerating on memory quality. When the flashback in Moldova's breathing is shallow, she whispers but we can hear it through the silence. The camera cut to the candle burning beside her. It flickers almost like it heard the question. The door opened quietly, no dramatic thunder, no music, just that click, and there he is, Aziz. A space is older not by ear but by gulp. He stands at the doorway like someone afraid to breathe. He doesn't speak first, he waits because in this episode the true power belongs to the one who separated is in silence. The narrator murmur. He came back to peel that weight off his sense one last time when Maluda finally looks up. The hair changes, the cinematography slow to half speed. We see that tiniest flinch in her eyes, the trembling of her lip. This is the heart of Kechir 123, no shooting, no melodrama, just two souls standing between what was and what can never be again. They don't talk like lover, they talk like stranger trying to remember a language they once shared. Moldova time doesn't heal, it just hits the wound. The narrator tone depends like a whisper close to your ear. Forgiveness doesn't belong to the one who asks, it belongs to the one strong enough to give it. The conversation lasts 3 minutes on screen, but it feels internal. The background fades onto near silence. Everyone learned like a beat, and just when you think they might find peace, Aziz says the line that turned the entire series inside out. The words stop, the music stop, even the candle stop flickering. The truth inside the lie. The next sequence is masterfully directed, mm, quick cuts who are laughing voices. The tension feels physical. Aziz admits that the accident which destroyed their life wasn't an accident at all. It was a choice, but all I did was destroy everything worth protecting. Maldoa's reactions isn't rage, it's shock. Her lips part, but no sound escape. And the narrator guides the audience through the silence. Sometimes it's just a sound of someone realizing it was never loud, it was guilt wearing loud space. The lighting dims, half her face is in shadow, half in light, a perfect visual metaphor for forgiveness is turned into. She walks to the mirror, the same mirror from episode 110 when she promised herself never to break again. The reflection trembles with her, and for the first time, she doesn't see herself. She sees the version of her that still loved him. The background score swells a soft slow melody layered with a sphere of past dialogue. It's not music anymore, it's memory. She forgave him not because they deserved it, but because she couldn't carry the heart hatred any longer. And task and that's the paradox paradox of Kechir 123 explores so beautifully. Forgiveness doesn't breathe quietly, it breathes the broken. She closes her eyes, the tears don't fall, the plot caged by the cinematic lighting, every frame feels painted. The final scene of this first act takes place at dawn. Malouda walks outside barefoot, the ground still wet from rain. The narrator voice softens. The camera follows her step, his light slowly touches her face. She looks toward the horizon, not smiling, not caring, just breathing because sometimes survival itself is forgiveness is then we her the later last line etching and her memory. The screen goes silent for a full 7 seconds and eternity and television time. Then the episode title appears, Kechir episode 123. The narrator concludes this act with a single line that